Welcome back to TSD Television. I'm Burnell Smith, your host, president and publisher of the new Tri-State Defender, and we're glad to have you back with us. Got another special guest with us, Brandon Porter the second.
Yes, sir.
And I like that the second because my mom chose to go with the second instead of junior.
Right.
So people tried to say junior, but no, she was
what's the difference?
Right. Yeah. So, but I like it. It's a little more regal, if you will.
Yes, sir.
But you're a sophomore, right?
Yes, sir. Morehouse College.
Morehouse College, down in Atlanta in the AUC.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it there?
It's going well so far. It's a big adjustment coming from Memphis. Atlanta is a lot larger, but I'm adjusting pretty well. Getting to know the city a little more, so I'm enjoying it.
Good. As I shared with you earlier, my daughter is she's a junior at Clark Atlanta University. She's a multimedia major, focused on broadcast and radio.
Okay.
But she wants to be in the media business.
Absolutely.
As well. So man, I'm excited. I love the energy down there when I'm in that area, and I love that bright students from Memphis have gone down there and are making a difference.
We have a huge population down there, you see, so a lot of support system down there as well. So
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, man, I tell you what, very seldom have I met young people or a young person, 19 years of age, that have already written a book.
Right.
So, I've got a copy of it. I have not gotten in. I've read sort of the cliff notes, but I hadn't gotten into reading the full thing. But just the title alone.
Yes, sir.
If Obama Had a Son, what inspired you to write this?
Actually, it was a riddle my father had given me. He asked me one day, as a matter of fact, after I came back, after completing my freshman year, he said, what is it the most powerful man in the world wishes he had? But if he had it, he wouldn't be the most powerful man in the world. So, I sit there for about 5 minutes just contemplating on how to answer it.
Right.
And, I give up. I say, Dad, what? He says, Brand, imagine if Obama had a son. So I start thinking about it. And, of course, he had the idea for some time to actually, I think, write a book himself on it.
Sure.
And he was telling me, I want to give it to Cornel West, and thinking about some other major, activists in the country as well.
Right.
And I kind of took the idea and he put it on the table for me. So maybe about 3 weeks later to a month or so, I bring maybe back like 5,000 or so words. And I don't know if he thought I was going to do it. I didn't know if I could do it.
Right.
And but I love the inspiration from him. I love the thought. And so many things were happening within society that kind of, stimulated me to keep going with writing. So that was the biggest inspiration for that, though.
Wow. So Dad sort of planted the seed. But you mentioned that some of the things I was reading leading up to that, one of the things that was real interesting to me was you talked about some of the things that were going on in society, Trayvon Martin and some of the other things. Talk about some of those inspirations and how they impacted your mindset as you were preparing this book.
Well, basically, the Trayvon Martin situation had already occurred, apparently, and then I was just so compelled to inspire, young black men as well as the world. It's just not a black thing, but it's something that helps society in general.
Right.
And I have a chapter in here titled Under the Hoodie, which is kind of a pun on the Trayvon Martin situation. And it deals with how, young black men are so, covered in this thought process that says I have to play basketball, I have to play football. The topic, most talked about topic in the hood is what? Getting out.
Right.
So I told them that basically you don't have to stand behind such a wall that can only be broken down by basketball or football.
Sure.
When you go, if a gate is open for you, you don't have to hop it.
Right.
You drive through it more.
Right.
You get in your suit and you go.
Right.
And basically to keep doing whatever you're doing right now that's initiating your thought process to do better in society. You don't have to conform to what others are doing in society right now or in your everyday life. So make a path for yourself. And as well as I have a chapter titled The Urgency of Time, which deals with time management to the son of an absent father. So a big piece in the book as well is legacy. Right. So if you don't, I have a lot of friends that were, troubled and unfortunate to not have a two-parent household. But, even if that legacy wasn't started, in their family, I'm blessed to have the opportunity to watch my father and see all the great things he's done. But
and your
and my grandfather as well, And so many aren't blessed to really see that.
Yes.
So I felt like it was my obligation to encourage them and show them, if you didn't have legacy to start out with, you can create one. It's your time. And one of my biggest inspirations after my father speaking would be Mr. Eric Thomas out of Detroit. And he deals with, how bad do you want it? And you have to find a why. So when you're finding a why with situation, your why would be, I can't do this or I can't fail because I got my little brother looking after me.
Sure.
A senior in high school. Why I can't fail? Because my father set the bar so high, I have to pass everything he's done.
Right.
Why can't I fail? Because there's others that are looking up towards me that if I don't make a way, they'll believe in their hearts that there isn't a way to get out.
Wow.
So just basically being the inspiration that other people may be blind to or can't see or haven't found yet and starting it and initiating it.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, sir.
Passion, real passion from a young man right here, y'all. I mean, this is what I say. We have some dynamic youth in our community that are doing some incredible things, and you are a shining example of the possibilities for our young men. And that's really, what we want to, put. The reason why I really wanted to talk with you, I knew that this book was good and that kind of thing, but I just to have the mindset to really develop this. And to move forward, knowing because I've known your father for years,
right.
So I've known what he's planted in you.
Right.
But a lot of times, particularly in this day and age, because of so many negative influences, a lot of times our young people are still going wayward.
Right.
And so here's an opportunity where you're utilizing your experience and your family background and your knowledge and your everything else to be an inspiration to other young people.
Yes, sir.
And that's to be commended. I applaud you for that.
Thank you so much.
I applaud you for that. So you're going back to school soon.
Yes, sir.
You told me you were a business finance major at Morehouse. What do you want to do? Once you finish.
Right now, I plan on being an investment advisor, so doing portfolio management as well as manage wealth funds, possibly.
Right.
Who knows where God may take me?
Okay.
I might change majors or what have you, but that's probably where I want to be after this.
Have you been doing some stuff with the guy known as Lawrence Plummer?
Yes, sir. The greatest in town.
Okay.
So interned for him this summer at his firm, and it was a great experience for me.
Good.
Got exposed to so many different venues of finance that I didn't even know existed.
Right.
So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, it's ironic. I actually had a chance to go to his office and spend some time with him. I met his son.
Okay.
Who was very, very impressive young man. Yeah. And he mentioned you. He mentioned that you were doing some things at an intern with him.
Yes,
so
sir.
it's good to connect those dots. And I'm excited for you, man.
Yes,
if Obama had a son, I want to encourage all of our readers, our viewers, to get a copy of the book. Where can they get a copy of the book? That's the question I want to know. How can they get it? Can they get it on the internet? Can they get it here in the city?
You can get it on the internet as well as you can look on the back of the book, bbp3publishing.com, as well as you can go to the church bookstore. So you can call the number 527-9255 and they'll help you and assist you as quickly as possible to get the book.
Okay, let's give them that number one.
901-527-9255.
There it is, y'all. If Obama Had a Son,
Yes, sir.
Great book written by Brandon Porter II, Memphis' own. He's in Atlanta,
Yes, sir.
and getting his education as he should be at Morehouse. Will be a distinguished Morehouse man,
Yes, sir.
as they say, and hopefully, I think he will come back to Memphis and utilize his talents right here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to have this young man here. He is now a part of the extended TSD family.
Thank you for having me.
And thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
All right. We appreciate it. TSD Television, we're going to sign out, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
L3 Media is the Mid-South's premier videography and photography company, specializing in capturing all of life's greatest moments. Whenever you need talented and professional service for your events or business, L3 Media is the company for you. You can contact us at all of our social media sites. You can like us on Facebook, check out our website, follow us on Twitter, or always feel free to email us. We are L3 Media. Give us a call today.